I'm going to show you today how to use the college planning tool inside Xello. The first thing you're going to need to do to access this, on the right-hand side of your dashboard, you're going to find where it says college planning and click that button. Inside here, there's a section where they will track your college applications, where you can apply for local scholarships, and if you have questions about college planning, there's a lot of links down here that you can use. We're going to focus on the college application part first, and anywhere that you click will take you into the college applications that you have. I'm going to go ahead and click this plus sign to start a new application. And I'm going to think about the colleges that I'm planning to apply to. Let's say the first one I want to apply to is New York University. So I'm going to type in New York, and as soon as I get this U here, I can see NYU showed up. I'm going to click on that and then click Next. Now over here, it's going to ask you for the admission type. If you're applying early, you may have like an early decision, or you may just do a regular decision or a rolling admission. You're really going to need to look at your college that you're applying to and figure out what their admission types are and what the deadlines are for each of those. I'm just going to say that I'm doing a regular decision application, and the deadline for that is going to be January 1st. Okay, so I want my application done for this by January 1st. This is just for me to know when I need to have all my different portions of applications done. Okay, down on the bottom, I'm going to click Create. And you'll see here there's a list of some things that we probably need to send to this school. The two that we're going to focus on today are the transcript and the recommendation letters. So the transcript part is very easy. Underneath this New York University, as soon as I click Request, it will send an email to my counselors saying that they need to send my transcript to this college, NYU. So every college you want the transcript sent to, you'll need to make a new checklist in Xello. For this one, I'm going to go ahead and click Request. And it automatically, as I mentioned, sends an email to our counseling department, and they will be able to send the transcript directly to NYU. It does not cost you anything to do it this way, and it goes straight to the college. So it's a pretty quick process. Now, if you want to add some deadlines in here, maybe I want to add a due date, or maybe I sent them a transcript already and I want an updated one because it's a new semester and my grades look great. I may come in here later and have them request a new one. But for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and add a due date, maybe December 1st. I want to make sure that got to them by December 1st. So that's the date that I want on that. Okay, for recommendation letters, it's very similar. What you need to know is who you want to write your letters of recommendation, and also what you are going to ask them to include in there. So you want some ideas already of important things that you want them to write. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Request here. And let's say that I had, let me go ahead and type in here, teacher, Miss Depew. I know her email address, and they're going to need those two things to be able to send your recommendation, your name and your email address. I'm going to go ahead and click Next. And inside here, you need to write a personal note to this person who's writing the recommendation. On the right-hand side, it gives you some ideas about things that you might ask them to include. So I might say something like, Dear Miss Depew, I am applying to NYU and would appreciate a letter of recommendation from you. And you may need to remind them of some of the things that you have done. So you could say, I was a student in your calculus class and a member of student council. I have maintained a 3.6 GPA and am interested in pursuing accounting. So you're going to say something about yourself. Obviously, spend more time on this letter. Make sure that it sounds good, that you remind them of important things about you that they should include in that letter. And then I'm going to say sincerely and my name. Now, I could also include in here the date that I want this sent. So I could say, please have this recommendation sent by December 1st. You can also, down here at the bottom, attach a PDF of your resume. That can be very helpful in this person knowing what to include when they write about you to your college. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click send. And now it has sent an email to Miss Depew asking her to write a letter of recommendation. Okay. Now, if I need to request another letter, I'm going to come over here to request more letters underneath this option. And here I can do it again. So maybe now I'm going to send an email to my boss and ask them to write a letter of recommendation. Okay. In this case, I'm actually not going to go through that same process because you've already seen it once. All right, so the personal essay and the ACT exam score, you may want to mark on here, for example, for the SAT exam score or the ACT exam score, that when you took the ACT, if you already had it sent to that college, you can mark that as complete. If not, you may want to put a date that you want to get onto the ACT website and have them send this score to the specific college. Okay, so I'm done with this application. I'm going to go back to the college application menus. And if I wanted to add another college, I would click on new application. And let's say I want to go to Sterling College, which is a tiny college here in Kansas. And if I want Sterling College to also get my transcript, I'm going to need to do this for Sterling College. So let's do another regular decision. My application deadline I can set as, say, January 1st. Click create. And now underneath Sterling College, I can request a transcript to be sent to them. I can ask people to send recommendation letters to them, and it will go directly to the college that's underneath who has been selected. So make sure when you're doing this, you know which colleges you're under, and that you've selected the correct college. And these transcripts and recommendation letters will go directly to the colleges. This does not cost you anything. So it's a really great way for you to be able to get your applications done, track how many of the tasks you've completed and the dates for them. Okay, I'm going to go back to college planning, and I do want to show you the local scholarships on here. So the second part down asks about local scholarships, and I'm going to go ahead and click on View My Scholarships or search for them. Okay, and I don't have any saved, so I'm going to go ahead and click on Search. And inside here, you can see there's 247 local scholarships. It tells you their deadline. There's a couple here that are due right away. But let's say, for example, that I want to apply for the Koch Opportunity Scholarship Program. $10,000 sounds pretty good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this and just see what the qualifications are. It's due December 15th. I only get it once. It's not renewable. And here it says I have to have an ACT score of 25, a GPA of 3.25. Okay, that sounds like me. And it gives you just some information about what you may need to do to be able to apply to this scholarship. If you're interested in applying for it, we're going to click on Add, so it saves it to your profile. And then if you need to go into here to figure out how to apply, here's the link to get straight into that application. Okay, so let's go back to this scholarship. And I can see inside here that I have saved this scholarship as of today. And over here I can track, did I apply for it? Did I win it? Or I can remove it from my list if I decide I'm not going to apply for it. Okay, if I want to search for more, you can continue searching and adding them into here. As you have questions, make sure you are checking in with your counselors and your advocacy teachers if you have any questions about this process. All right, thank you very much.